That was hard. That was hard, but great win. It's tough to win in this league, and we had a lot of things not go well tonight. Obviously, Nate playing only 20 or 22 minutes. Thank you, Chris. And just the foul calls were a little bit stunning, but and we weren't very good offensively. Our offensive execution has to improve. Some of the turnovers are a little bit mind-boggling, but in the end, what this team has learned to do is really defend. We held them to. I haven't had a chance to really look at this, but I know it had to be a low percentage. 40% for the game, 36% from threes, a little high. They made some threes in that one stretch, but we're learning to defend and win, and I think the will to win is evident with this team right now. Just finding a way. So, a lot to get better at, which is, exciting to think we can win these games right now and still have things to get better at. So, really proud of the effort down the stretch. The last 3 minutes was really terrific. Really terrific. Just how good we have to be for the next 3 minutes. And really nothing that I hadn't been talking about, but just how we really have to take care of the little things. We talked about we have to be great defensively, and we have to get the defensive rebounds. I thought during that one stretch, they got 2 or 3 really long rebounds that we weren't really alert to go get, and we had to get those, and we did down the stretch. I thought Paul Rowley was fantastic. Again, I'm sorry I haven't seen the stat line, but probably not impressive in terms of points. 5 points, 3 rebounds, doesn't sound like a great night. 5 turnovers, but he battled Kaycock so hard without Nate in the lineup, and just unbelievably impressive. Kaycock probably outweighs him 100 pounds, and he's an all-conference player, but Paul just gritted his teeth and really defended superbly down the stretch. Well, Matt's playing better basketball right now. I think all of our juniors are, and I've talked a lot about that class. Matt's playing, honestly, the way we anticipated him playing all year long. He can really shoot it, which puts a lot of pressure on the defense, opens up things for Nate and other guys inside, opens up driving alleys for players. He made some key plays, key free throws down the stretch, but Matt's gotten better defensively. He's really a much better defender than he was a year ago, and so his overall game's improved. Matt works really hard at the game. And, Justin Pierce, what great plays down the stretch. Just his 5 points down the stretch were really impressive, really impressive. Wasn't a great night for him in some areas, but, 2 gutsy plays. Well, number one, anybody in this league can beat you in a heartbeat. If you don't believe that, you haven't been watching the league play. This team just beat Hofstra, last week, so they can beat anybody. Very clearly, what we've got to get better is our offensive execution. We're not very good at. It's really kind of ironic. For the last 5 years of 20-win seasons, we've been an unbelievable offensive club, but not that good defensively. This team is defending really hard. And doing those things really well, but we're not real good offensively right now, to be honest with you. And it's a team's got to find some consistency. That's the second thing I would tell you. We get 11-point lead, and it's like we can't stand prosperity. Then we have 2 terrible possessions, and all of a sudden it's a 6-point game. So there are areas to improve. But what I love right now, I love the effort and the attitude they're playing with. I love the togetherness of this team. And we're finding ways to win. And, boy, that's really important, really important. Yeah, it goes back to, the guys are finding ways to win, and obviously Nate's a huge piece of our cog, and of our wheel. And we're a lot better when he's on the floor, that's for sure. But he is human, and he had some very questionable calls tonight, in my opinion, that took him out of the game. But Matt played big plays. Justin, great offensive plays down the stretch, and a big rebound as well, there towards the end of the ball game. So it does help your confidence, but I think we'd all rather play with him on the floor. Well, it's huge, and it's something, the last month of a season, we have on our practice plan every day, at the top of the practice plan, we have an emphasis of the day, and it could be anything from block out to, communicate to all kind of things. But for the last month, it's been the exact same thing. It's been execution, effort, and togetherness. We felt a month ago that was what was key for our ball club. I think our togetherness is really good. I think our effort is really good. I think our execution has a long ways to go. So I'll take 2 out of 3 right now, but the next couple of weeks, we'd like to get all 3 of those going the right way. Yeah, I think it's part of his growth. I think it's part of his growth. What he's not doing is making the silly fouls he has done in the past. And, we've talked so much to him about, you make one silly foul, you're going to get one bad call somewhere, and all of a sudden you got 2 or 3 fouls, and we got to make a decision whether to play or not. But what we've done, and he's helped make it successful, is we don't just keep him out. In the past, if he had 2 fouls, we kept him out the whole half. We've got faith in him and putting him back on the floor now. So he's making that work. He's grown. He's a little more mature than he was, and it's really nice to see. Yeah. Yeah, I think the driving is really important because it's also getting us to the foul line more than it did in the past. And one of our goals is to win the foul line, and I guess we tied them 10 each tonight. So we didn't win the line, but we didn't lose the line, which we did there for a while. But I don't mind threes. I don't ever want guys to hesitate on a one-pass open 3, but we're taking some bad threes right now, very quick threes right now. We have a saying that this team hasn't really fully adopted yet, first 10, last 10. We want to run. We want to run. If we can score in the first 10 seconds of the shot clock, we want to do so. But what we're not very good at is getting to the last 10 when we have to and really probing a defense and, giving them a chance to make a mistake. A lot of possessions tonight, we didn't give them a chance to make a mistake. Just way too quick shooting the ball. But again, I'm picking us apart right here. What I love is our attitude right now, our desire to win, and how we're defending. It's really neat to see.